Why has YouTube stopped paying money to so many creators in 2022? Let's find out the secrets. Were you demonetized from the YouTube Partner Program in 2022 for reused content or the mysterious repetitious content? Let's take a look and find out this secret YouTube maneuvering for 2022. YouTube has secretly been removing many creators from their partner program in 2022, some who've been around for years, even a decade or more. The YouTube Partner Program is where YouTube shares about 55% of the revenue that they take from advertisers with us creators who create the videos. They run the ads on our videos, give us a portion of that money that the advertisers give them. For those who've gotten in the YouTube Partner Program after getting 1,000 subscribers and having 4,000 hours of their videos watched in the previous 12 months, have been enjoying getting paid for our hard work and research in creating videos just like this one. It's been going along well for years, until now, 2022. YouTube has secretly been sending out hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of emails to creators explaining to them that they are no longer eligible to make money with YouTube. Why has YouTube suddenly started doing this in 2022 en masse? Who has been demonetized? And how are YouTubers getting back into the good graces of YouTube and back into the YouTube Partner Program where we belong? First, let's examine the problem and then the solution. If you have visited Plunder before, you're probably surprised to see me on screen. Those who watch me for years know that I like to stay behind the scenes and let the victims of crimes, missing persons, missing children take the spotlight. In my opinion, it's the victim of crimes that should take center stage in the videos and even on the thumbnails. I feel like I don't belong there, but it seems YouTube is changing their algorithm and maybe their desires and wishes in 2022 without making it explicitly clear what they want. I went on a journey to figure out why all these YouTube creators are getting demonetized and what they are doing to get back in the programs so we can all continue doing the work that we love to do and using our skills for the greater good. Secret 2022 moves. YouTube is not being so transparent. According to Google's transparency report, between January and March of 2022, the amount of YouTube channels removed from YouTube equaled 4.4 million channels. When a channel is terminated, all of its videos are removed. The number of videos removed during that time due to a channel being terminated between January and March of 2022, only 3 months, was about 100 million videos. In spite of Google being transparent about all those channel terminations, most likely due to spam or whatever inappropriate content, YouTube is not being so transparent, neither is Google, who owns YouTube. They're not being so transparent about the many number of creators who are receiving this secret email telling them that while they can remain on YouTube, they cannot, for the moment, stay in the YouTube Partner Program that they've enjoyed for years. Out of the blue, YouTube creators are being sent shocking emails with the subject line that reads, "Your channel is no longer eligible to monetize. Learn how to reapply." Ooh. On April 19th, 2022, I received one of those shocking emails that stated this channel, Plunder, was no longer eligible to monetize due to reused content. The dreaded reused content phrase. All at once mysterious and frustratingly hard to get more information about. It's an email, unfortunately, that plenty of YouTube creators are getting in 2022, as witnessed by a little scroll down YouTube, all the folks complaining about being kicked out of YPP. However, some of these same creators are successfully reapplying after many, many tries and getting remonetized. I'm going to tell you everything I've learned about that, so stick with me. In the true crime community, Tyson Draper got demonetized. Many of us know Tyson Draper of Tiger True Crime as the man who was able to get video of Barry Morphew after his wife Suzanne Morphew went missing and prior to Barry being arrested for her murder. The charges were later dropped, and hopefully Tyson is back in the YPP program. JCS Criminal Psychology, that's a big one. With its nearly 5 million subscribers and more than 132 million video views, gave up in 2022. After publishing their first video in 2019 and throwing up their hands in frustration for how much YouTube flagged their content. Even Scott Reich of Crime Talk mentioned being shadow banned by YouTube, even though the criminal defense attorney creates excellent content. I wondered why Crime Talk's videos weren't prominently displayed in my feed anymore, even though I watch him often. So what's going on in 2022, YouTube? I've spent months watching tons of videos of YouTube creators kicked out from their YouTube Partner Program in 2022. Now I'm going to pass along in a condensed format everything I learned, even the failed attempts, and learned what worked for some people. That way you guys will learn what's going on with my channel, and if you're a YouTube creator, hopefully everyone can watch my journey to get back into the program, and hopefully it'll help you too. As you will see coming up, YouTube does not give us detailed explanations of why they may have removed people from the program. So YouTube kind of leaves it up to us to go through this journey and figure it out. Here's hoping I save you some time. The next day after getting kicked out, on April 20th, 2022, YouTube responded to my appeal to get back into the program. "Thanks for taking part in our video appeals pilot program," they wrote. "Our team carefully reviewed your appeal video and your channel, but we're not able to re-accept you back into the YouTube Partner Program at this time. You can find specific feedback from our reviewers in your YouTube Studio." Lies, YouTube. YouTube didn't even watch the full appeal video. I had just created a 4-minute, 59-second appeal video in YouTube's pilot program that YouTube allows some creators to create and upload in an unlisted format. YouTube promptly rejected the video without even watching the whole thing. You want to know how I know? The average view duration shown in my YouTube analytics proved that whomever watched the video at YouTube only watched less than 2 minutes. The video was nearly 5 minutes long. This proves they didn't even watch half of the appeal video that they supposedly carefully reviewed. I only learned to check my analytics stats because other YouTubers were noticing the same thing. Another YouTuber checked their analytics and saw that YouTube could not have watched the entire video unless somehow, for some mysterious reason, YouTube reviewers, their watch time doesn't show up in analytics. Doubtful. Doubtful. YouTube says, "Since our reviewers can't check every video on your channel, they may focus on main theme, most viewed videos, newest videos, biggest proportion of watch time, video metadata." Video metadata. That includes thumbnails, titles, and descriptions. I waited 30 long days. That's the sentencing that YouTube enforces, making us wait once our initial appeals are rejected in order to reapply to get back into YPP. You may want to make some changes to your channel before you apply again. That's what YouTube advises without telling you what specific changes to make. It's almost the equivalent of a boyfriend who says, "I won't tell you what to change. You better guess." I guessed and got rid of videos that may have triggered YouTube. One of YouTube's don'ts listed for YouTube content is content uploaded many times by other creators. This can be problematic, especially for YouTubers in the true crime community, because the nature of our business is that we are looking at a lot of popular body cam footage, police interrogation videos, stuff that ultimately makes it to Dateline in 48 hours, and many of us are looking at the same press conferences and police videos that another YouTube creator might be looking at. For example, when I recently received the interview video of Nicole Kassinger, Chris Watts' mistress, from August 16th, 2018, after requesting it for many, many years from the Frederick Police Department in Colorado, I paid more than $100 for my copy. They sent it to me through evidence.com, like many police departments send us info, and I uploaded the copy of Nicole Kassinger's video to my channel. Plenty other YouTube creators uploaded that that same video. Many of us like analyzing crime-related videos. Does that mean YouTube is frowning on uploading content such as police interviews and interrogations? Does YouTube not want us to upload an entire police interrogation video without our own commentary? Many viewers have stated they are searching just for the version of the video that's uninterrupted, without any commentary. If a subject or a suspect gives a 4-hour video to police, some viewers just want to see that 4-hour video without me stopping it every few seconds to give my own commentary. As another example, I paid $25 for the Barry Morphew body cam footage out of Colorado from Chaffee County. Dateline NBC quickly put a copyright claim on some of the footage, even though I probably received it before them. I still have the DVD to prove it. I fought that specific claim. I'll probably win it, but in the meantime, I had already deleted the video because I don't know what exactly YouTube has a problem with when they say reuse content. Are they claiming that YouTube creators aren't allowed to upload body cam footage that we pay for? Are they saving it for shows like Dateline NBC, News Nation, and others? What's the real deal? Either way, after waiting 30 long days and creating my appeal video that got rejected, on May 20th, 2022, I got another email from YouTube. Your channel is not approved for the YouTube Partner Program. Learn how to reapply. This was starting to feel like Groundhog Day. I created my second appeal video, even more detailed, and I called out YouTube for not watching the first one in full. I showed them my editing process and their mistakes like they said they wanted to see. But on May 25th, 2022, I got an update on my second appeal from YouTube. Can you guess what it said? What? Thanks for taking part in our video appeals pilot program. Yep, I wasn't accepted back yet. Then I began to wonder, is YouTube increasing their bottom line and trying to stay way in the black, increasing their profit margins by kicking a whole bunch of creators out of their YPP program and still running ads on those videos? YouTube did admit they have the right to run ads on all of our videos as they see fit, whether or not we choose to monetize our videos or not. Theoretically, YouTube can tell someone this content is not good enough for our advertisers, but turn around and still run their own ads on the same video. I've seen it done. Once again, even though YouTube didn't watch my entire second appeal video, they gave me a standard reply. Our reviewers did not find enough information in your video appeal to confirm if you own the content or if you've made substantial changes to someone else's original work. Just how much do they want me to change a police press conference? I guess I must comment on it every 5 seconds, every minute. Give us some help, YouTube. Explicitly explain what is correct. A cord of 3 is not easily broken. Thank God, my third YouTube video should be the charm because I finally ran into some YouTubers who, after trying and trying and trying, finally made it back into the YouTube Partner Program. So I'm gleaning and learning from what they did. Bigger sites than mine have been demonetized. Like News Be Funny, which has more than 700,000 subscribers and has been on YouTube since 2012, more than 10 years ago. Another huge channel, Coaster Fan 2105, with more than 747,000 subscribers, was demonetized but then remonetized. Their oldest video about trains was published more than 13 years ago, back in September 2008. Another much beloved channel, Sherlock Holmes Stories, Magpie Audio, with about 100,000 subscribers, has also been demonetized. Greg Wagland, also known as Magpie Audio, with his beautiful voice, he takes public domain texts like Sherlock Holmes and he retells them in his gorgeous accent. Viewers loved it. Now, is he ever going to be able to make money through YouTube again? Finally finding the fix. Thank the Lord, it wasn't until I found a video titled "Got Demonetized? Now What?" by a YouTube creator named The Detail that I got the idea to make this video and follow his pattern into how he got his channel monetization back. His brilliant solution, even though YouTube doesn't tell us to do this, was to literally show YouTube with receipts how much we actually put into our channel. Not only time, but actual money behind the scenes that people don't often think about. That's what I'm doing next. I'm going to show literal receipts. I also watched a video titled "How how to create appeal video for reused content, get approved for monetization on YouTube by facts and figures, health and wealth YouTube creator, wherein the YouTube creator literally scrolled down on his screen his videos and described to YouTube how he created each of them. Even though YouTube tells us to focus on our channel as a whole, this seemed to work. So I'm going to try a little bit of both. Before I show you my actual appeal video that I'm hoping will turn the hearts and minds of the big wigs at YouTube to let me back in their program, I have a question to ask. Should YouTubers make money on YouTube? A certain segment of people, hopefully a small portion, believe YouTubers should never make any money via YouTube and always provide free content without taking any income for it, especially in the true crime arena. I guess true crime creators face the same criticisms that shows like Hard Copy and Extra and whichever outlet that reports crime might have been getting for decades now. However, as I outlay the actual cost incurred to run a channel like this by showing you my actual receipts, you'll see why most YouTube creators like me don't want to operate channels for free, in essence, which would mean at a loss. Now, personally, on this channel, I don't believe in asking viewers for money. You basically pay me with your time. The time you took to click on this video, to watch this video, to share this video, to like and comment on it, I appreciate all of it. And that's it. In essence, that's the way you pay me. That's why I never set up memberships, even though I could have, and YouTube offered that opportunity. I've never gone live on YouTube to collect super chats. I've only premiered videos on Plunder a few small amount of times, and I'm grateful for any of those donations I did get. I don't sell merch. I prefer to take the time to create and gather all the research and information I can from many different sources, edit it down into a nice bite-sized video that viewers might be able to watch in half an hour or less, many times 10 or 8 minutes. I like to save viewers time. I don't want to waste viewers time with a 5-hour live if I can compress that info using my video editing skills and talents down to 8 minutes. After all, it only takes about 8 minutes to watch an 8-minute video, or only 4 minutes if you watch it on double the speed to watch an 8-minute video. Meanwhile, that video may have taken me 8 hours or 10 hours to research. So you get 10 hours worth of info in 4 minutes. God bless the information age. Despite what you see on screen, I've spent tons of time, thousands of dollars in order to create and bring you the information you've grown to love on this channel over the past years. Hundreds, if not thousands of hours in order to bring the videos to you in a format that you seem to appreciate. I'll let you in and show you my third appeal video. With all I've learned, hopefully it'll be successful in Jesus' name. Perhaps by placing my third appeal video within this that prayerfully goes viral, YouTube will actually watch the whole thing for once. I'm going to break it down into all the detail that YouTube wants to see in less than 5 minutes. In the meantime, if you want to see more of me on screen, which is what I think YouTube is really getting at without telling us, instead of just hearing my voice narrate these videos, find me at the links below. YouTube says our appeal videos must be under 5 minutes. We have to show or mention our channel's URL within the first 30 seconds. We have to mention the YouTube reviewer's feedback and tell YouTube why it was a mistake. YouTube wants us to talk about our entire channel, not just the videos that follow their policy. We have to include visual examples of how we create our videos, including how we film and edit them. We have to explain how we come up with ideas for each video. They want to see our production process, any scripts we use, any special editing techniques or narratives. So YouTube, you're gonna get it all. You asked for it, here it goes. Edit it quickly, Phil DeFranco style. I love your faces. My channel's URL is youtube.com/c/Plunder Studios. YouTube, you've made a mistake by claiming Plunder has reused content. YouTube says it's okay to use, quote, edited footage from other creators where you add a storyline or commentary. I often compile information from a variety of videos, and I make significant changes and add value to them by telling viewers a story about crime cases all in one place that viewers would have had to scatter around and take 5 hours to find on their own. I put it all in one nice, neat little package, and I've been doing so for more than 3 years. You want to see how much I spend on this channel? I'm adding emails, receipts, and all the proof I can find. First off, here are examples of where I gather all my information for the videos I create. You want to know where I get my ideas? And I follow my gut after researching. Those that stick with me, I pop over to text edit, Google Docs, I write up a script, and I narrate it. I go to law enforcement posts on Twitter or Facebook, even Instagram. Look how many people I'm following. Look at all these Google alerts I have set up so I can know the minute something new pops off on a crime case I'm following. I use official police websites, press releases, and I get tons of emails. Look at my inbox I need to clean out. I spend loads of time tracking down the proper law enforcement entities in order to gather booking photos, mugshots, arrest affidavits, incident reports, website forms. It's one of my least favorite things about the process, and probably most time-consuming, tracking down the perfect entity to figure out where to find an official arrest affidavit in order to pass that info on to my viewers correctly and accurately. News reports, many Facebook groups. There's so many great Facebook admins out there that are running these crime groups of missing person cases, and they are getting info out there quickly. I search out court dockets to see when people are scheduled to appear for their arraignment. I follow cases. I pay to follow a lot of cases through to completion. I watch court hearings on Zoom or WebEx or YouTube. I find the judges. I find the court times. Let's talk money. Here's just a portion of what I've poured into this YouTube channel. More than $5,000 on MacBook laptops. I paid more than $1,000 for this new MacBook with an M1 chip. It's kind of a steal actually for this one because I got it from Amazon Warehouse and it's great. Look for that link to Amazon Warehouse below. It's wonderful. I paid $15.99 for another MacBook with an Intel processor. And perhaps you see the MacBook hiding back there, which is capturing the audio on this mic I'll talk about. Nearly $2,500. You'll see the receipt from July 14th, 2020 from the Apple online store in Cupertino, California. You can tell I love my MacBooks. They are the best in my opinion for video editing, which consumes, as you know, tons and tons of space and processors. I want to bring my viewers the best. Team Apple, the Final Cut Pro editing software, which I'm using right now to gather that voice, $300 preloaded on the MacBooks, nearly $1,000 for the iPhone that I'm speaking into right now. Camera 1. I'm filming it in 4K video, 60 frames per second. That's the highest I can film it in. Viewers love 4K video, including there's an iMovie app on there. I've spent more than $500 on microphones. Some of them I don't even know where they are anymore. There's this Blue Yeti microphone. I remember I had a silver Blue Yeti microphone. I love my microphones because I want the sound quality to be excellent. I spent $269 on this Shure microphone right here that I'm speaking into. The Blue Yeti microphones were about $130 each. I've gone through so many microphones. I'm sure this isn't even all the receipts. Hundreds of dollars for external hard drives. This is a CD player I actually had to purchase to watch that Barry Morphew body cam footage, which cost $25 by the way. Let's talk about the court transcripts. I purchased Barry Morphew's court transcripts from Chaffee County for only 2 days worth of transcripts in his preliminary trial. It was $321. I also paid King County Superior Court to get information about the Chad Wheeler case. I've been following that for about over a year now since it happened. King County wanted $600 for the Chad Wheeler body cam footage just to edit it. The stuff we get from courts sometimes isn't free. There was $21 paid to the LA Superior Court to find information in a different would-be crime case about a divorce. I paid $40 to Carfax to try and find info about Barry Morphew's travels around the time his wife disappeared. I paid $25.49 to Adobe Export keyboard in order to manipulate PDFs as I need them. As they arrive in our inboxes, I found another microphone. Headphones, headphones, headphones. Plenty of headphones. We all know the best narrators and editors listen to their own content using headphones to hear what our viewers are hearing. I like to edit out the ums, the mouth noises, all the annoying stuff. I pay Broadcastify $30 for 360 days worth of premium access to hear police scanner footage, to pull it down to incorporate it into videos, so viewers can hear important 911 dispatch audio in crime cases as it happens, soon after it happens, to get more info about the cases they love to follow. I spent $35.99 on Amazon for packs and packs of acoustic padding like these. It's behind the scenes, but viewers know surrounding yourself with clothing and foam pads makes your voice sound not so hollow. Anything for YouTube viewers. Perfect. I also paid money to incidentpage.net related to Broadcastify just to try and get more info on a case. $139.99 for a vanity mirror with lights from Amazon to help beautify this face before I try and present it to viewers. Lights, props, pillows, chairs, all add up. There's even a YouTube pillow back here and a subscribe pillow. I want the channel to be a welcoming place where people want to spend time here as they learn about really serious and often sad topics. I pay $14.25 per month for TubeBuddy, which helps me see what topics viewers are searching for. What cases do they want me to cover? Hundreds of dollars on Google's YouTube advertisements to bring viewers onto YouTube. Microsoft Office $1066 per month. I paid $321 to Murph.ai. It's a realistic voice generator. It uses artificial intelligence to insert voices onto videos. If we don't have the time to read a 100-page arrest affidavit, using a site like Murph.ai could be the answer, even though the jury is still out on whether YouTube is actually allowing AI voices or not. YouTube doesn't want you creating content farm videos, but what about those where the creator is really spending time and using all these additional aids to create their video? What if a person doesn't have the ability to speak at all? Can they not write their thoughts in an AI format website like Murph.ai and allow one of those voices to create the narration for them? YouTube needs to get specific. I paid newspapers.com $74.90 for each 6-month period subscription. I thought it'd be interesting to look up old crime cases like that recent series about candy and bring it to my viewers. Alas, perhaps I still will. I pay $12.99 each month for canva.com. I love them. They let you create these wonderful, unique thumbnails, and you can create content within the video to explain better to viewers what you're trying to convey. Subscriptions, memberships. I've paid membership fees to other YouTube creators as a means of research and support and encouragement. I've paid money to get behind the Mountain Mail paywall when I was researching the Barry Morphew case in Colorado. I have paid subscription fees to fitnews.com, another great site providing in-depth information and research into the Murdaugh mystery. I've paid ScribD for PDFs of affidavits. I've paid for Peacock trials to watch certain crime cases. I've paid Business Insider, Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, you name it. I get my research from everywhere. I've even paid $30 to Global GTL Telmate Inc. link. I think that was for the case where I was attempting to contact certain inmates like Lori Vallow or Letitia Stout. I want to bring my viewers stuff that no one else has and get correct information in the process. Sometimes it's a lot of time or a lot of space. Downloading the Weld County Discovery in the Chris Watts case took up plenty of time and necessitated the need for all this storage of video I like to keep. Again, with that case, there was more than $105 paid to Frederick Police Department for the Nicole Kessinger video. I ended up deleting from my channel anyway because I don't know if that's the offending problem. And I have plenty of Lowe's receipts for shells and flowers and hearts and steamy thing and plants and stuff you can't even see behind the scenes, just to make it, again, an inviting place for viewers to spend time. Let's talk about books. In the Chris Watts case, there was The Perfect Father by John Glatt. I spent money to buy Letters from Christopher, a popular book by Sherilyn Cadle, and then I invest in trying to improve my YouTube channel. I bought the YouTube Formula by Daryl Evans, the same guy who helps Mr. Beast. Again, we talked about hundreds on ads, whether they're YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Twitter ads. Here's a $186 Facebook ads receipt to drive people from there over to my YouTube channel. And then there's the UPS store, $60 for 6 months. It's increased to $78 for the next 6 months just to have a UPS address where I can get correspondence that's not at my personal residence related to my YouTube channel. There's virtual mailbox addresses I've gotten, zip office, mailings, untold amount of costs. $59.99 for a VidBox video conversion for Mac, which takes old VHS video footage and allows you to transfer it onto your MacBook. Or even that camcorder footage we got from back in the day. Let's not forget the $450 that goes to my CPA each year in order to make sure the money I do get from YouTube is reported to the IRS correctly. There's background checks for $30 on sites like People Finders for more research into the criminals I cover. $5 for CBI to give background info. Sometimes I pay again and again because I forget that I've already purchased that for that person. $16.32 for Indiana State Police Research, egov.com for Barry Morphew. Let's talk about hundreds of dollars for the wardrobe and hair, perfectlocks.com. Link below, so I can look presentable and not boring on camera as viewers return time after time to watch a new video. Now that I'm appearing on camera more, which I think is what YouTube wants, and if so, please just tell us that. There are Fiverr voiceover artists I've purchased work from. I've also paid workers on Upwork.com as the case dictated, etc. And don't forget the payments I've made to other YouTubers. I like to encourage new YouTubers or ones that I really love their purpose. For example, $50 to Adventures with Purpose, $50 to Web Sleuths, $100 to Profiling Evil. And there were YouTube memberships. I'll put it all on the screen as I find all the proof. Not to mention the free tools that I used that took time to apply for and get accepted into use. For example, Google Earth Studio made me apply and they let me in, and it lets me create great footage of different places that really encapsulate for the viewer a certain case or location. All the open records accounts I've had to create at different police stations across the web, from Austin, Texas to New York or Florida, Miami, Atlanta, what have you, in order to put my Freedom of Information requests out there and wait to receive footage back that I then use in my YouTube videos to push out to viewers. It's viewers that don't know how or wouldn't want to necessarily spend the time to create such Freedom of Information Act requests themselves. I use Muckrock, I use social media sites to research. I stick to the Google AdSense rules. Thanks for watching until the end, YouTube. So, the end result of my appeal? Well, this story is still being written. I can put in my next appeal, and preferably as this video goes viral in Jesus' name, YouTube must be forced to stand up, pay attention, and watch the whole thing. Maybe they will then address why are so many good YouTube creators being forced out of their YouTube partner program and begging to come back in. Are they making a great mistake? Do they not want smaller YouTube creators on their platform? Are they throwing out the baby with the bathwater? Maybe this will help force YouTube to fix a broken flagging system. And hopefully this video helps viewers who are just used to watching the video see how much us creators really do put time, effort, and so much money into our labor of love. It's our career, it's our livelihood. And so it can help understand why we don't just want to work for free day and night or operate at a loss. All of us have to put food on the table. Let's all pray, touch and agree that this viral video will help explain what's going on, will help get me and YouTubers like me back into the YouTube Partner Program in 2022 and expose what YouTube is trying to quietly do to creators in 2022 beneath the scene. If you don't want us here, YouTube, and you want us just creating free content without paying us the ad revenue that advertisers are paying you, just tell us. If not, let us back in, and let us earn our keep and keep giving viewers what they want to see. The viewers are smart enough to decide what they want to watch. And speaking of viewers, it's your turn to speak out. Stay tuned to find out the results of this appeal, and in the meantime, find me at the links below. And if you are a creator who has been kicked out of the YouTube Partner Program, please comment. Let me know what you did to get back in, if you've had successful or failed appeal videos, how many times you've had to appeal, or any other comments. I welcome them, except the ones that are caught by my banned list if you use certain words. If you are a viewer who has been missing out on your favorite YouTube creators' content, I want you to also comment below. Perhaps tag them if allowed. I know the links will be held, but tag a person. Let them know. Share this video. Find out where they've been. Maybe that's why you haven't seen your favorite YouTube creator creating content in months now, because they had to go out and get a real job and not do what they love. Either way, comment and let me know what you think. Most importantly, also let YouTube know how you feel about all these 2022 changes, with people being randomly kicked out left and right, being told their content is reused content or repetitious content without specifically knowing what the actual problem is. Is that fair? Well, I'd like to end with prayer changes things. That's what my grandma always said. So in traditional Plunder style, let's close with some beautiful, powerful, true, wonderful, reused content. James 5:16b. The urgent request of a righteous person is very powerful in its effect. Thank you.